Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Music Village. And we would like to personally thank each and every single last one of you last night who helped us kick off the new year and make this show happen a little bit later than most, but with all the fun and cool times we had, definitely will go down in history as one of my favorite New Year's moments of all time. Especially mentioning a whole bunch of crazy movies along the way too. But besides mentioning crazy movies and speaking of games, folks, I think it's time for us to get ready to mention some games from a planet far away from here and from the Steam Machine alike for a very special New Year's Day edition of the Friday Night Greenlight. And the first game that we have up comes from none other than Ep.343 with their said game, XCOM UFO Defense Online. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of, well, XCOM with a little hint of BAD. And for those who don't know what that means, it's the Bureau of Alien Detectors. We're already kicking off the year on a good foot, Maestro, because we're mentioning a show that I got a feeling not many people have seen, a part of UPN. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that you can upgrade the soldiers as you make your way through these horrid places with different forms of aliens, and also get some alien tech to help you fight against these alien creatures too. Cause I got a feeling the guns that we use on this planet may not be effective against these aliens. Just saying. And the next game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of ICZ, or ICIC, nice name by the way, with his said game, Frog Wednesday 2. And this game automatically reminds me of the classic PS1 game of Jumping Flash, which we have to review on this show in the near future. Don't know when though. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that you can actually upgrade your jumping powers tenfold with how cool this game looks already. And not to mention maybe a course that you can run through with your friend to see who can make it to the finish line first. And with all those different warp pads that you have to go through, got a feeling it would be a very fun race to have between your friends. And oh, apparently the Maestro said it would be even better if they add a course that you, the fans out there, can make. Yeah, because I got a feeling, and like we said all last year, you independent gamers will come up with a course so crazy that I got a feeling it will send a lot of people through a loop. Literally and figuratively, because I got a feeling you would probably add a loop-de-loop during this course too. Don't know why they're so popular, but they're popular, Maestro. But besides loop-de-loops and frog jumping courses, folks, the next game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of Tritality Games with their said game, Maybe Another Life. And this game automatically reminds me of an episode of not only The Outer Limits, but a little hint of Nightmare on Elm Street in there as well too. The remake version of Nightmare on Elm Street because of the melted hallways and whatnot. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides trying to figure out your way out of this crazy place, they give you something to defend yourself with. Because I got a feeling that creepy thing that looks like it's in a jack-in-the-box down the hallway might try to bite your head off if you get too close. And Maestro said, why would I assume such a thing? Trust me, things like that always have a tendency to try to bite your head off when you get too close to it. I've played way too many games where it's happened to me before, especially Dino Crisis. And yes, Maestro, I know that's not a dinosaur, but it might be some form of Markland beast that might come after me. So, yeah, maybe a flashlight or a baseball bat to take it out, and I'll feel comfortable about going down the hallway. Alright? Alright. But besides me not getting fooled again by creatures in games, folks, the next game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of Fuck It, or Fuck X, with their said game, Dreamin' Cat. Very interesting itch.io page, by the way. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of not only Felix the Cat if he was white, and a little hint of, I guess, Inception with a little splash in there of Nightmare on Elm Street as well. Because he wakes up to the whole bunch of crazy nightmare-like creatures and spikes all over the walls. And if that doesn't scream Nightmare on Elm Street, I do not know what does. And here's hoping in the near future for this said game, besides getting more powers as you continue to go through these dream worlds, but maybe, just maybe, a sidekick to help you along the way for these adventures. Cause I don't know why, but I got a feeling he has a sidekick of some sort that he needs to help him while he goes through these levels. You know, maybe a tiny kitten or something like that, or even a puppy to follow you around and bark at certain enemies that tries to take you out of REM status. Which I got a feeling is where he gets most of his powers from, when he's asleep. Yeah, just like Freddy Krueger. But besides mentioning Freddy Krueger one too many times during the show, folks, the next game that we have up comes from the developers Super Rock Games Limited with their said game, Pixel Soccer. And this game automatically reminds me of the classic Pixel Cup Soccer I played when I was in school, with a little hint of FIFA in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides getting a chance to customize your own players, but also manage your own team so you can make your way on over to the World Cup. Because Maestro already said that there's a multiplayer mode to it, so let's hope there's a campaign mode to this game too, so I can Pele my way all the way to the World Cup in pixel-like form. So I got a feeling it would be fun. And the next game that we have up comes from the developers Blue Blocks Interactive Nuclear with their said game, Klaus Lee Thunder in Down Under. Hey, you know what? That sounds like a movie title. Wait, is that guy here who reads the movie titles? He is? Hold on, folks, 1 second. Hey, buddy, you got a movie title for you to read here. Heck yes, that right there. Read. Can you read it? Oh, thanks.
Klaus Lee, Thunder in Down Under. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. And besides this sounding like a cool movie title, it automatically reminds me of a combination of X-Men with a little hint of PsyOps in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides having cool laser powers and a cool jetpack, he actually has telekinesis that he can use in certain levels to move objects out of the way to help him further his power in this game. Because with all those weird-looking ancient scribbles on the wall, I got a feeling that's what he needs to get to further his powers that he already has, besides the laser beam eyes. And according to the Maestro, that might be the power of the glasses, but I highly doubt that. And if it is, here's hoping he gets some form of cybernetic powers too. Oh, Maestro said, okay, well, if that can happen. And the last but not least game that we have up for this week, folks, comes from the creator Big 4 Game Studios with their said game, Escape Planet 17. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of not only Total Recall with a little hint of Ghost of Mars and a splash in there of, I would have to say the Fifth Element. Definitely see some elements of the Fifth Element in there too. And here's hoping in the near future, besides getting a chance to work along with other people and have hacking abilities and scavenging abilities to try to solve crimes and make your way off this horrid planet, but you can also get a chance to upgrade your equipment along the way to further your advancement off this planet. And according to the Maestro shaking his head over there and nodding in agreement, yeah, I think you can. Nice. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out any other cool games from a planet far away from here, yet close enough to be beamed into your house within less than 24 hours, you can head on over to the Free Game Planet page, only known as freegameplanet.com, and check out a whole bunch of games that are just out of this world. And if you also want to go ahead and check out any other games that is coming through the Steam machine via the cargo ship, cargo plane, or even subterranean train that is currently rumbling underneath your toes, you can head on over to the store.steampower page, only known as store.steampower.com, and just click ever so lightly on that upcoming button, as well as clicking on that Indy button as well, to check out a whole bunch of cool games that will kick off your new year in the right direction, or even roundhouse your year in the right direction, depending on what sort of game you pick. And also make sure you hit the button combination for an uppercut, just in case if the kick and punch doesn't get the year started right. No, just an inside tip from yours truly. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well head back into the music, and when we return, we'll be back with yet another new DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories right after this. So don't go away just yet, folks, and stay tuned.